In 1981, the San Francisco Chronicle reported that a mysterious outbreak of a sometimes fatal pneumonia among gay men has occurred. This newly recognized illness was termed AIDS. Americans who learned of the epidemic asked, who was really at risk? The U.S. Public Health Service answered by reporting in 1983 that of those infected with HIV, all of them were gay, bisexual men, or IV drug users. AIDS was soon nicknamed the gay disease, or gay cancer, and was used to validate homophobic theories. They have declared war upon nature, and now nature is extracting an awful retribution. Others thought it was divine intervention, that God had sent a plague down upon homosexuals for their sins. Many thought it was best just to look the other way, hoping the epidemic could be contained within the gay community. By 1984, 7,000 Americans had AIDS, but the image of what an AIDS sufferer looked like left most unsympathetic. That image would soon be redefined. In 1984, 13-year-old Ryan White contracted the HIV virus through blood-based products used to treat his hemophilia. Though faced with the possibility of his own mortality, Ryan was determined to live as a normal teenager. Unfortunately, that would be nearly impossible. Once word spread around his Indiana town that Ryan had HIV, parents signed petitions and pulled their kids out of his middle school, fearful that their own children would catch AIDS. Ryan was taunted, and ultimately his family was forced to move to a new town. Instead of hiding, Ryan decided to expose the ignorance he encountered. He soon appeared on the covers of the Saturday Evening Post, Life, and People. He also appeared on Nightline, The Today Show, Good Morning America, and Primetime. He testified before the National Commission on AIDS. Ryan denied claims that he was an innocent victim, but instead urged the public to treat all those suffering from HIV/AIDS with compassion, regardless of how they contracted the virus. The AIDS epidemic had a new spokesperson, and he was far from what people expected. Talk about AIDS as a gay disease was soon drowned out by the public's demand for cold, hard facts about AIDS. Who was really at risk? How can we prevent AIDS from spreading? Also, how do we treat it? Cure it? Ryan's story exposed how a lack of understanding can lead to irrational, inhumane responses. It also revealed that no one was really safe from contracting AIDS. Though it was ultimately the courage of a 13-year-old boy that changed the course of the AIDS epidemic in America, Ryan White did so through the medium of mass media. The ability of our modern age to communicate one story on newsstands, through a television screen, or radio report is truly a remarkable tool. By attaching a new face to the AIDS epidemic, this gay disease slowly but surely was revealed to be a human disease, one that knows no race, gender, or sexual orientation, and shows no mercy.